Yo, people, it's your boy Shelltastic Sports. How we doing? Another video from the World Cup. Again, from yesterday, didn't get to do Japan versus Spain. It finished 2-1 to the Japanese. Probably the most controversial game. I'm going to get onto the points of it. Firstly, I think all four teams in this group could have gone through. Obviously, Germany, Costa Rica. I'm going to do a video about that after this one. They all could have gone through. They all had different permutations that they all could have gone through. And at different times in this game, or when both games were playing at the same time, all four teams were actually through at one point or another in this group. So it was an interesting game. You had to watch it to the last minute, basically. And obviously, Spain started, took the lead. Morata scored. I think that's his third goal of the tournament, I think, if I'm correct in saying. So he's up there during top goal scorers. And I think that's his 30th goal for Spain as well. So, yeah, it started off well. You thought, okay, well, Spain is in the groove. They're going to do their thing. They're going to just go and win it, top the group. But the Japanese came back the second half. Great spirit. A bit like the Germany game. If you remember in the Germany game, they were behind as well, wasn't they? So they knew that because they'd done that with Germany, they could do that again. So they didn't panic. They kept it to 1-0, as you should do anytime you go behind. So, and they just fight out, stick it out a bit. And they did in the second half. That first 10 minutes, they just blew Spain apart. The first goal, keeper could have done a lot better. One thing I'll say, Spain's keeper was Simon. He looked shaky all game. But the ball at his feet does not look comfortable at all. He made a few errors where they could have capitalised Japan, but they couldn't quite. He few, but the goal you could see was kind of straight at him. He should be saving it, really. Even though there's good power on the shot, he got to be saving it. It wasn't in there. It was kind of right at him. He pushed it into the corner. And then obviously the most controversial moment of probably this tournament, the second goal. Now again, FIFA, I'm not sure, not covering himself in good light here, because we still haven't seen a camera angle to show that that ball didn't go off line or off the pitch. We should have been a goal kick then, because at first it wasn't. It was the linesman put his flag to say it went out of play. Went to VAR and then they decided to overturn it and call it as a goal. It stayed on and it was flicked back in, and then the Japanese guy came and scored it to make it 2-1. We still haven't seen it. All the other camera angles we look at show that ball looked like it just went out. So we haven't seen why they made the decision that it is in. And all now we haven't. So I don't know. It just seems a bit strange what's going on with this VAR. There's so many cameras around the pitch, you can't miss a thing. So how come we haven't seen that video evidence yet? So we're not sure, but it's very controversial. And obviously Germans agreed for that goal actually knocked them out, because obviously I'll get into that video, but they were doing their job at their end of the bargain anyway, let's say. So yeah, that goal technically knocked the Germans out, and they feel very aggrieved that they're out. So that was a controversial, but then Japan went on to win it 2-1, and they're through with Spain. So both these teams actually went through anyway, which is good. Japan have been a breath of fresh air. They actually continued, so beating Germany, and then obviously beating Spain, which you would have never thought prior to the tournament. You'd have thought Spain and Germany this group easy. And they were disappointed against Costa Rica, maybe because they were the team that was expected to go and make the play, and it's a different type of pressure when you're just the underdog. Because they really should have had 9 out of 9. We should have won all the games. So it's an interesting dilemma that. But yeah, this decision is very controversial. As for the Spain, they just couldn't get going in the second half. They were too pedestrian. They're too one pace. Japan defended very well against them. They didn't really switch it up. They didn't really try to get balls in the box. So just doing, as the Spanish do, the technical, just passing, moving, passing, which is fine. But sometimes you got to switch it up when there's nothing in there. Obviously, I know it took Morata off, so they didn't have that kind of forward play. They were playing with more of a false 9 kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, I suppose they knew they were doing enough to get through. So they suppose they didn't want to overdo it. But they're going to have to definitely play a lot better in the next fixtures. So yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how both do in the next rounds. But yeah, going off that, so I think who Spain, they will play, who are they playing, if I'm right, I can't remember. I'll have to go and find out. But yeah, I think are they playing Morocco? Because they finished second. I think Morocco versus Spain. I'm sure it might be that. I'll have to go and put in the comment section below. I didn't actually see for actually looking at who's playing who in that group. I'm sure that group was directly against this one, wasn't it? So yeah, but yeah, leave it in the comment section below what you think of the game. Did you think it was a bit comfortable for Japan in that second half? If I'm being fair, we're a bit comfortable. Spain didn't really probe. And did you expect that? I expect Spain to be blowing the house down, but yeah, it looked like Japan were very comfortable in the second half. I mean, first half, Spain was a better team by far. But that second half, it looked like Japan just found a way. And obviously, so tell me about what you thought about that controversial second Japan goal. What did you think of it? Why FIFA not giving us any more video evidence of why they decided to overturn the original decision that the ball went out of play to say it did? You know, where's the video to say that ball wasn't fully off the pitch or fully off the So yeah, let me know what you think below. But it's good to see Japan through. They deserved it, I think, overall. And yeah, the Spanish they've done what they've had to do enough. So yeah, what do you guys think of the game? Leave in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, all the beautiful stuff, people. And it's your boy Tastic again, out with another video very soon. Peace.